Oh my gosh. I am going live. Here I am wearing my wizard hat. How do you like? Do you like it? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, I am, Nurse Minder. I am wearing my wizard hat. I got this idea yesterday. So this normally just sits back there on my top shelf. But yesterday I was talking with the wonderful people that I have connected with from South Africa. I am part of their speed networking group. Their name is Explore ProTech. And we were talking, actually, I spent like 4 hours on Zoom calls with them. And we just got talking. And next thing you know, I'm putting on my wizard hat and I'm telling stories about back in the day when I used to work in the corporate world, how I used to do cartwheels on Fridays. And I came back from a conference one time and they taught us how to just laugh and have a good time. And so I would get my employees, all of us would be in a group and I'd start laughing and they would look at me like I've got two heads, but then they would start laughing too. And that's how we would start our day off. So there's always been these fun little things that I've done during throughout the course of my career. So why not add the wizard hat to the list of fun things? Well, I am the wonderful wizard of HR, right? So I might as well wear the hat. Oh my gosh. Nurse Minder says that we are kindred spirits because she used to line dance with her coworkers. Oh my goodness. Yes. One of my employees, she used to have a dance party and that was her thing. She was a dancer. I'm not a professional dancer by any means, but boy, do I love to dance. So here I am with my hat, ready to start the live today. So for those of you who have not watched my lives before, I'm streaming from two different devices. One device is actually streaming to 3 platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the other device is Instagram. So when I look down here, I'm looking at you on Instagram. And that is just strictly Instagram. The rest of you are up here and your Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All right, so I am going to get started. It looks like I don't have anybody on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter right now. So I will just focus my attention on Instagram until I see somebody come up. So what we're going to be talking about today is why goal setting is so important. This seems to be something, I don't know why, but it seems to be something that gets overlooked quite often, but it is a super important step in an organization and should be one of the first things that you do with an employee when they first start working with you. So I would suggest that you watch this until the end, because at the end or throughout, you're going to get some really good tips and tricks on how to goal set, either for yourself or for your employees. Nurse Minder, I so need to have a planning goal setting day. Yes, actually, it doesn't take very long to goal set, but once you get it done, you are literally set for, a good period of time. So first, before we get started, go too far, I'd like to know where you are from. Thank you very much for joining in. We get a lot of people from all over the world. or I get a lot of people from all over the world when I do these lives. So I'd love to know where you're from. Just drop it in the comments, and I'll read it out loud here. I'll give you a minute. And while you're doing that, WP Employment, hi, thanks for joining. I saw your live earlier today. So fun. Very well done. Thanks for reciprocating. I would also love a like, a thumbs up from the UK. See, I told you we get people from all over the world here. The UK, that is awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. So just hit me a like if you're watching live right now. And if you are watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay in the comments, and I can answer any questions that you have even after this live. I'll just answer your questions in the comments. All right, so hang with me there on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I do a little intro, so you should hear the music though, from what I've learned. Did you hear the music? Yeah? Awesome. And for all you people who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, you would have gotten a nice little intro as well. Okay, let's just start. Oh, before we do get started, what I'm teaching today and what I talk about in all my lives is just a snippet of what my full program offers, the Complete HR Blueprint. It's an 8-week course, but also lifetime access to other various things. So if you want to learn more about that, go to Key HR Services, spelt K-I-Y, not K-E-Y, K-I-Y, HR Services. Oh, no, sorry. Go to KIYHR.ca, keyhr.ca, and click on the Complete HR Blueprint tab, and you'll learn more about the program there and a little bit about my background, not about the cartwheels. I'm sharing that in here just right now. I don't have that on there, but it does talk about how I started as a junior HR professional and how I also had struggles in the beginning in HR, but how 22 years has gotten me to where I am now, the HR wizard, hence the hat. Okay, now let's dive into it. So the first thing that you want to do, if you are setting goals as an organization and you're helping your employees with their goals, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the goals are linked to each other. And so you set organizational goals. That's your high level goals. You know, how much money you want to make for the year, how many widgets you want to produce, how many sales you want to have happen. All of these things are connected to what the individual is going to do. Oh, GoLogo.ca just joined in. Great hat. Thank you very much. And I'm trying to channel my inner wizard for this awesome wizardry course that I'm doing today. Wouldn't call it a course, it's just a live little piece of information. Okay, so as I was saying, you want to link your goals to the organizational's goals. And you also want to link your department goals to your organization's goals. Now, you could be a small company of maybe 5, 10 people, but you still have departments. You might not have many departments. You could have departments that are kind of mashed together where 2 individuals are taking care of HR, finance, payroll, and administration. That's one department, but those departmental goals need to connect to the organizational's overall goals. And then those 2 individuals will have their own goals. Each of them will have their own separate type of goals. I like to have, when I'm setting goals as an employee, I like to have performance goals and developmental goals. How are we going to get to where we need to be to make the department reach the goals they need and to make the organization reach the goals that they need? So those linking goals is the very first thing that you want to make sure that you do. And if you do not have organizational goals, you need to get on that first. Even if you are a party of one, your organizational goals are going to be different than your personal goals. And when I'm talking goals, personal goals, I'm talking your longer term goals. Everybody sets smaller term goals, your tasks that you have to do for the day. I call them micro goals, but what I'm talking about are longer term goals. Those need to be connected to each other. So make sure that you have that. Number 2, be clear in your goal setting. If you're not clear and precise on what you want to reach and how you're going to reach it, you're going to have struggles later on understanding what you were doing in the first place. You'll look back at your goals and go, oh, how was I supposed to get there? I know that I was supposed to reach this goal, but how was I supposed to do that? So be clear in your goal setting process. Number 3, avoid overkill. This is key. If you set too many goals, you are going to run into stress or anxiety. You're going to run into a lot of different issues. So make sure that your goals are definitely, I like to do 3 to 5 goals. I think that you start doing more than 5 goals. That's when lines get blurred and it's just too much to have to do. Now, if you need a short, guilty, too many goals. Yes, yeah. When you have too many goals, it's just impossible. You're creating something that's just impossible for you to reach. So with 3 to 5 goals, even if you do it for a shorter period of time, if you do 3 to 5 goals over a 3-month period, that works. If you do 3 to 5 goals over a 6-month period, that works as well. But when you do 10 goals in a short period of time, it's far too. And one thing I'm finding is I'm saying the word goal a lot. I could change it up a little. I could say target instead of goal. But you do want to make sure that you just avoid that overkill of too many goals. Number 4 is to set a reasonable deadline. Yes, Aggie, you're requesting to be in my live video, but I think what happens when you request that is that you come on the screen with me, and I don't think that's what you're wanting to do. If it is, give me a thumbs up. But I think that maybe that's not what you're wanting to do. Okay, so hello, Aggie, by the way. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. We are on to number 4 of setting a reasonable deadline. Now, I just talked about that a little bit earlier. Giving yourself 3 to 6 months really does give yourself enough time to reach the target. See what I did there? Not goal, I said target, but then I ended up saying goal anyways. But yeah, give yourself a reasonable time. I think that, there are a lot of organizations and individuals that give them a 1-year goal. I think that that's just too long. As an organization, setting your goals, sure, 1 year is great. In 1 year, we want to reach X amount of dollars in revenue. In 1 year, we want to reach, we want to sell this many widgets. In 1 year, we'd like to connect with this many people. Totally, that is fine. But when you're an individual, you need to shorten up those goals. That's a little bit more realistic to get you to that greater goal of what the organization is looking for. So set your goals 3 to 6 months at a time, and always start at the very, very beginning. If you have a new employee, sit down and work on their goals with them right on hire. Don't wait 3 to 6 months in. They can have a goal within the first 3 months. They could have 2 or 3 goals, maybe even 5 goals that they need to reach in that short period of time for the beginning of their work life. So make sure your deadline is reasonable. So just if you're following right now and you're liking the content, if you have any questions, please comment. Feel free to share this live, to put it out there that this live is going on. And let me know as we go along. If you have any questions about what I'm talking about, or even if you want to debate it, if you don't totally agree with things that I'm saying, I'd love to hear from you and talk it out. So just let me know in the comments and we can work through it. And that goes for anybody who is watching this as a replay as well. Feel free to like, comment, share. I will definitely be watching for comments even after this goes live. So you're welcome to put that in there. Oh, Aggie says, oops, nope. Didn't mean to request to join live. Okay, good to know. All right, so number 5 in goal setting is to display and review. This for me is one of the most important things to do once you have set your goals. I've done this for, I don't even, probably 20 years. When I am ready, when I've set my goals, I print them out and I put them up somewhere for me to see. And I make sure that I always know that I am working on those goals. If things start to change, if there are extenuating circumstances and I cannot reach those goals anymore, I can pull it off the wall. I can make some changes and I can put it back up. I believe that goal setting is live. They're living documents. They shouldn't be set in stone. And if you don't reach that goal, oh my gosh, the world is going to end. No, if things have changed, if you've gone in a new direction, you change your goals. That's okay. You always want to make sure that your goals are realistic. They're within a good time frame so that they are reachable. But there are always things that come up to make you change your goals. So change them. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and that was my last point, was change the goals if necessary. That's really, really important. So question to you guys, what do you do when setting goals? Do you set goals? And how do you set your goals? I'll wait a moment to let you type something in to see what everybody does for goal setting. And while I'm waiting, for those of you who are just joining, this is my wizard hat. Kind of looks like a witch's hat, but it works for me. If you want to know the story behind why I'm wearing it, you can go back and watch the beginning of this live. Well, it looks like I don't have any comments on how people goal set right now. So I guess that's it. That's what I have in goal setting. I did actually mention a little bit earlier about developmental and performance goals and the difference between those two. If you want to split out your goals, there's nothing wrong with doing that. So if you want to section off your performance goals, you can. Oh, here's a comment. Love the hat. Hard to take you seriously with that hat on. Oh yeah, that's okay. You don't have to take me seriously. You can laugh all the way through this live stream. doesn't bother me any. But if you get a takeaway, that would be awesome. That would be really great if you're able to take away something from this. I'm just going to go through. I have a target setting worksheet here that I give my clients when they work with me, and this is also something that you get. You get templates when you join the Complete HR Blueprint. Again, that's on my website, keyhr.ca. Key is spelled K-I-Y. If you go in there, you can look up the Complete HR Blueprint and just hit the book now at the bottom of the page. And you and I can get on a call and talk about whether this is a fit for you or not. But this is one of the things that I provide my clients with is a target setting worksheet. And in the target setting worksheet, it has all the information that you need to fill out to properly set those goals. And so I have it divided out in performance goals and development goals, and then the steps required to reach those goals, the reasonable target date. And then once it's completed, this is the best part about doing about setting goals, is writing down the completion date, because that's a sense of accomplishment. And then your own comments. And then if you do have a supervisor, the supervisor can add their comments in there too. And if you're not a one-person show and you have more than one employee in your organization, you can, the supervisor and the employee should sit down and they should work on the goals together, especially at the beginning of the employment relationship. When you have a monumental goal, you break it down. You find the smaller ones are better for you. Oh, yes. I think you may have joined maybe after we talked about this. But yes, definitely. When you have a large goal, and when you think about it, like an organization has those higher level goals, and an individual has smaller goals. But I do believe in micro goals, in shorter, smaller tasks to get to step you up to that bigger goal. So I totally agree with you on that, Aggie. The smaller ones are definitely better in that aspect. All right. So that's all I have for today. It's a nice short live today, not 45 minutes long, it's 22 minutes long. And just let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this live in the comments. Again, if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay and write down if you learned anything from today, or if you knew all this or you have a better option, let me know that as well. Do I have the star stickers? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the star stickers are. Okay, everybody. Well, I am going to end the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining. And for those of you who've joined later, thank you for joining later and for watching this video. And next time I probably won't wear the hat because I don't want to distract you. But I will be here live again next week. So come on over. Okay.